Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly. I am a full-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And today I thought I would do a little thrift haul. I've been going thrifting quite a lot despite having a little bit of a death pile. And by a little, I mean, you know, a lot. But I love thrifting and it's just so much fun. So I thought I would show you some of the things that I found when I was thrifting at various stores in my area. These are just some brands or some things that hopefully will help you when you're outsourcing to what to look for and what will resell. And yeah, I paid about $5 per piece on average. So I don't keep track of per item pieces. I do average it out. But let's go ahead and we'll get started here. So this first piece is an interesting one. This is by a brand called Scala. And the brand itself, I don't think is anything crazy. I will say I like to pick up these like fancy shirts or blouses or jackets even. There's some really good brands you can find that make these kinds of things, but I've actually sold Scala before. And this one usually goes for around 30 bucks for me. It is a 2X, so I always try and pick up larger sizes, but I just think the beading and the embellishments on it are just gorgeous. So I definitely, for $5, I would pick that up. That was a no-brainer for me. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna try and put everything in this bag without crinkling it completely. Okay, so this one, I was so excited. Okay, let me tell you a little story about this find. I was flipping through the racks and I felt this and I was like, oh, that feels really nice. That feels like high quality material. But as you can see, there's no tag. I was like, darn, like I need to know what this is. So I immediately turned it inside out and I went to look for the material tags. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to Google the RN because it does say that this is 100% wool. So I Googled the RN and then it comes up that it's actually Lululemon. And I was like, wait a minute. So then I start looking and it turns out that there was a Lululemon little emblem right here at the bottom, but it was just really hard to see. Luckily, it was hard to see because the thrift store didn't price it up, and my thrift stores always price up Lululemon. But for $5, like, heck yes, 100% wool sweater, that was amazing. Okay. So this one is a men's shirt. This is called Horny Toad. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this brand has rebranded to Toad & Co. I'm going to Google it because I need to make sure, but I'm pretty sure this was the old brand and it's now Toad & Co., which has a really good following. It has a good sell-through rate and it sells quickly for me. But this was a large plaid button up button up shirt. So sorry, I promise I'm not having a stroke. The buttons, if it has a button right under here, like under the collar, it's buttoned down. If it doesn't, it's button up. Not that most people know the difference, so you know, whatever you put, I'm sure it's fine. But I just thought this was a good pickup, assuming that it is the correct brand. Okay, this one, you guys know I love picking up Ralph Lauren. Do you guys say Ralph Lauren or do you say Ralph Lauren? Because I go back and forth. But it is a black label, which is a little bit of a nicer label. It's like a cable knit sweater. And the color is beautiful. It's orange, which is great for fall. And it's, let's see, the material is cashmere. So it's 100% cashmere. I think this should easily sell for 30 bucks. Fingers crossed. Speaking of Ralph Lauren, I picked this up. It's polo. And this is an extra large. The reason I picked it up, I don't know if this makes a difference or not. So for $5, I was willing to try it. I picked it up because instead of the pony, it has this like other emblem. And I don't really know what the other emblem is. So I'm gonna have to research it, but I just thought it was unique. And so I figured for $5, you know, I should at least be able to get like 15 to 20 on that. So I figure definitely worth trying. Then we have All Saints. And I think All Saints is a Canadian brand, I want to say, but they it is an extra small, and it's just like a basic shirt. It's like a gray shirt, but their clothing sells really well for me, and it actually sells very quickly. So, you know, for $5, I'll be able to get like 25 for this pretty quickly, I think. And then we have, what are you? Oh, okay. This was Everlane. And you guys know I love Everlane. So here's the tag. And it's this beautiful sweater. Their pieces are just very classic. They're an eco-friendly company. So they're big on, you know, recycling and reusing materials. So it's just a really nice company to sell, I think, or like a brand to sell, in my opinion. Obviously this is coming off the little label, but that's fine. I'll just notate that. That's usually not a big deal. If I knew how to sew, I could sew that back on, but I don't know how to sew. So, let's see, does it say it is 100% cotton? So I think this will do well because it's fall. I should still be able to get like 25 to 30 for that. And then I have, this is Sundance. Now, Sundance has kind of gone a little bit downhill for me. I used to pick up everything in Sundance, but I've since kind of become a little bit more picky. I say that as I picked up a basic piece, of course, but this is a dress though. And it's just this really cute blue and white striped dress. It's got kind of like almost like a cap sleeve, but not quite. It's not quite sleeveless, but it's not really a cap sleeve. I don't really know what to call it, but for $5, I'll pick up dresses because you can typically get a little bit more for dresses. So I should still be able to get 25 for that. Sundance does really well if you can find like their embroidered items or like their thermal shirts do excellent for me on that. What are you? Oh, this is, okay, so this is, I think, definitely a Canadian brand. This is Joseph Ribkoff. This brand, I still pick it up. It's very expensive if you buy it retail, but it sits for a little bit. You have to find the right buyer. But these are just a pair of black slacks, black pants. They're like black dress pants, so it's a good staple piece. They're a size 8, so it's a good size. And, you know, it's for going to work or going out. I just thought, you know, why not? And what are you? Oh, this I was surprised to find. This is Millie. It's an older tag Millie. And it is only a size 4, which isn't great, but look at how cute this dress is. It's a sheath dress. And it's got like this lace overlay. It's just gorgeous. And it's very lightweight. It has a zipper in the back. Millie is, again, another brand that is way, way expensive if you buy it like retail. But for some reason, the resale market doesn't really acknowledge like the materials or the value or whatever it is. I should be able to get 30 for that. But when you buy something like those dresses literally go for like a couple $100 if you buy them in the stores. So kind of crazy how some things are worth more than others in retail or resale. Okay, this one's an interesting one. This is Veronica Beard. And again, this is a brand that's sold at like Nordstrom. It's very high end. I don't know how they do as far as like resale value goes, but I picked it up because I knew that it was expensive retail. So I'll have to see. It's also, I think, a pretty small size. It's a size 27, which is pretty small for pants, but it is the Marina Skinny High Rise. So also not great because it's skinny, which is supposedly going out of fashion, but it is high rise, which is nice. But they're just brown jeans. So I don't know. I'll have to, I'm going to try and see if I can get like 30 for them. But I know Veronica Beard stuff can sell for a lot if you find some of the more like floral or, you know, the prettier pieces. So we'll see how that goes for just the jeans. And then this is a piece, I love picking up this brand. It's Vince. And this brand, if you can find things like in silk or wool or linen, you know, the higher end materials, this is wool, and it's a sweater. And it is an extra small, which isn't great, but it's actually quite a big extra small. But it does have kind of like a little dolman sleeve almost to it. So I think while going into fall, it should still sell well despite being a smaller size. Okay, so this one, I was actually really excited about this. Look at this label. Adriana Papel. If you can find her dresses or like her gowns do really well. And this is actually a two-piece set. It comes with the top, which has really interesting like buttons. I don't even know like what you call these buttons. My mom told me once and I already forget, but they're like kind of kimono style buttons. But it came with the top and the skirt as a set for $5. So I thought that was great. But the reason it really is great is one, it's 100% silk, which is fantastic. Two, it's a size 12, which is doubly fantastic. And three, it's new with tags, which is like triply fantastic. So this was, look at this old TJ Maxx tag. Apparently it was sitting in TJ Maxx and someone bought it and maybe they had it in their closet for who knows how long. But originally TJ Maxx had it at $82. So eventually they marked it down to $20. But I mean, I just thought, you know what, it's a little bit more of a mature piece. But it'd be perfect for someone who's like the mother of the bride, or, you know, someone who like your grandmother who's going to some event, or, you know, church even. So I don't know, I figured for $5, why not? Then I found, this is Tanya Taylor. And I don't actually know if this is going to sell for much. I looked up the comps and the comps looked good. But so let me know if you have this problem. I look up comps on my phone when I'm out thrifting and I'll see, you know, whatever the comps are and I'll make my decision if I want to buy something. But then sometimes I get home and I look up the comps when I'm listing an item on my computer and the comps are vastly different from what I saw on my phone. So I don't know how that works, but let me know if you know why that's happening or if it happens to you. Either way, I thought this was cute just based on style anyways. It's kind of got that like artsy, like abstract look to it. And it was a size 10, so even if, you know, even if it's not worth a lot, I paid $5 and I'm confident I can eventually get my $5 back on that. Then there's the standard Tommy Bahama. I've talked about this before. This is size large. It's 100% silk. These are the only ones I've been picking up lately for Tommy Bahama, are like the actual Hawaiian printed shirts that are silk. The polos or just the basic button-down shirts, button-up shirts, those don't really go for much for me anymore. They go for like $15 to $16, which if you could get them for like $1, that's, you know, that's great. But for $5, I'm gonna try to make sure I get the floral print. And then this is a brand, I really like this brand. I know not everyone likes it, but it's Bob Mackie Wearable Art. And this was an extra small, but it was new with the tag on it, so I decided to get it. If you can find this in a plus size brand or plus sizes, it does really well. But because it was new with the tag, it has this really cute like embroidered front. So I should still be able to get like 25 for that, I think. But that, I actually really like Bob Mackie, and I've been selling Bob Mackie pretty much since I first started reselling like 6-7 years ago. And then we have, so we have another Polo Ralph Lauren. This is a men's extra large, but it is 100% lamb's wool, which is why I got it. So it's just an orange pullover sweater, but it does have the little pony on the front. And because it was 100% wool, that was kind of a no-brainer for me to pick up. Another brand that I've talked about before that I love to get is exclusively Missouk. This is just a cardigan. It's sheer, and it has this really nice like detail on the bottom, like lace crochet detail. So it's a size, one size. I hate when they do that. I really hate one size fits most, because let's be real, one size doesn't fit like anyone. But it is a really nice cardigan, so I'll probably list it as like a medium, because I find that most one size fits all kind of things are usually between a small and a medium. So I'm gonna list that for medium. Oh my God. Okay guys, this was like the find of the week. So I've been following a couple like newer, I've been following other resellers on like TikTok, Instagram, whatnot. And I like to follow them because, you know, you learn new brands that way, which is hopefully what you're doing with my videos, hopefully you're learning something or finding it at least informative in some way. And I had recently heard a reseller talk about this brand, Roback. Roback? It's a men's golfwear brand. And apparently it is expensive in golf pro shops. Not only that though, there's not a whole lot of them listed on eBay, and it has like an insane sell-through rate, and they sell for like $75 used. So I saw this in the thrift store. I saw the label and I was like, I'm pretty sure I heard someone talk about that. So then I went and looked up comps, and it was literally like my head just exploded because I was so excited. But it's a green and white striped golf polo, and it's a size extra large, which is just icing on the cake. So I'm really excited to get that listed because I think I should be able to get $75 for that. Next up, we have Theory. And this is another brand I really like picking up. I try to pick up more substantial pieces, but let's be real. If I see something for $5 that's Theory, I'm probably gonna get it. Because even if I only sell it for like 20 bucks, that's still a decent profit. But this is just a basic black shirt. And it's a size P, so it's a size like extra small basically. But for Theory, yeah, I'll pick it up. Okay, this one is a Dress the Population. And this is a really nice like formal wear brand. If you can find like their formal wear dresses, they do really well. I actually had I knew this brand because I sold liquidation years ago, and I got a couple of these and they did really well. This is a really pretty dress. It's just like a sheath dress, but it's got sequins all over it. So it's really great for like putting in like wedding. Well, no, it's ivory, so don't put in, I'm not gonna put wedding because nobody wants a wedding guest showing up in white or ivory at their wedding. But this could be actually like a party wedding dress if you wanted that. But this would be great for like the holidays or like an office wear party, or you know, any kind of formalish event, fancy event would be great for that. Then we have the good old St. John. And this is a wool, just like a tank top. So it's just a basic, but I love picking up St. John. Again, it's crazy to me that, because St. John, if you go and look at their stores, their items are like $400 to like $1,000 per piece, which is like, who has that kind of money? I mean, obviously people must because people are buying it, but I just, you know, I can't fathom that. So every time I see it in the thrift stores, I pick it up. It doesn't resell for a whole lot sometimes. Like if you find their like suits, they do really well, or dresses do well for me. But basic shirts like this probably will be like 30 bucks. But I mean, on $5, I still think that's a worthy pickup. Okay, this is another favorite brand of mine. I was really excited. So, okay, you guys aren't going to believe me on this. I literally found this brand like the first time, I think 2 weeks ago. And when I went to the thrift store today, I was totally in my mind going, I want to find this brand. I want to find this brand. And bam, I found it. This is Grayson. And this brand does uber well on eBay. It sells, I listed the other shirt that I had found, and it sold overnight for full asking price. So this is a size 5 in Grayson, which I believe is an extra large. So I am gonna list this, I think, for probably like $45 because I got 40 for the last one. And the other one wasn't an extra large. So I am gonna list that for 45 bucks, and I'm, fingers crossed, I'm hoping it sells just as quickly. Okay, next up, okay, so this is another is it men's? Yes, it's another men's brand, Cinch. And I'm pretty sure I heard someone talk about it, which is why I picked it up. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to check the comps. I didn't check the comps on this because I was fairly sure I had heard people talk about this, but it's an extra large. It is a plaid button down or button up shirt. Button down, it is a button down. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. So here's the collar, and you can see that there's a button so that the collar literally buttons down, and that makes it a button down shirt. Whereas if there was no button and the collar was just, you know, free flappy, it would be buttoned up. Anyways, I don't know what this is gonna go for. I just picked it up because I heard people talking about it. Which if you're new, I wouldn't recommend doing, just FYI. I would recommend always checking comps if you're new. Okay, so this is Babaton, and I believe this is an Aritzia brand, I wanna say. But I don't find this brand very often, and so I was really excited. This is a really cute dress. It's just a blue sheath dress, and it has like this, it's like lace. So it's got the sheer areas, and then it's lined underneath, has the zipper on the back. It is a size 00, which this could be sitting for quite a while, but I'm willing to sit on it because I like the brand and I wanted to pick it up. Getting close to the end, I promise. We have good old Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Size large. This is just a red jersey stretch shirt. It's a tunic. These do really well for me. I usually get about $30 for that. It's that one's actually becoming a bread and butter item for me, which is crazy to say because I still remember when Eileen Fisher was like the Bolo brand to look out for. And it's still a brand I pick up in like almost everything, but it's just more like bread and butter now, which is nuts. Okay, so this is a brand I don't pick up a lot anymore, which makes me sad. It's Talbots. I used to love picking up Talbots, and I think for the right price, you still could pick up Talbots and make a good profit. But for $5, I am very picky about what I get. But this was new with the tags, and it's a size medium large. And look at how amazing this is for like fall and winter. It's like a cape, a poncho cape, and it's like fleece. And it has like the fringe on the side. I mean, come on. I wanted to keep it if I was being honest, but I live in Arizona and we don't get cold enough weather to warrant keeping something like this. But I just thought this was absolutely adorable. So definitely excited to get that listed. Okay, and we are on the last piece of the night. Trina Turk. This is another one of those brands that's very expensive in the store, but the resale value is kind of meh depending on what you find. I decided to get it because it's a size 8, which is like a medium, which is a decent size, and it was a dress, so it is a more substantial piece. It has this really kind of cool, abstract, geometric, artsy vibe to it. So I decided to pick it up. I think I should still be able to get $30 for that, so I decided to grab it, even though Trina Turk can be very hit or miss for me. All right, so we're done with the haul. I hope that you guys maybe learned a couple of new brands. Hopefully when you see these out in the thrift store, you can look them up and, you know, hopefully you can find some of them nearby you. I was really excited to find some new things and some good bread and butter items. So again, I did pay about $5 a piece. I am hoping, my goal is to try and sell them for about $25 to $30 a piece, but you know, it goes up and down. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in seeing a video of what sold each week. I'm looking for new video ideas, so let me know what you'd be interested in watching. And thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for hanging out and sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. So I gotta put my dogs in every video because I just love them. This is Zero, and he's my golden retriever. Gonna say hi, buddy? And then that is Molly, and she is a mini Australian Shepherd. So those are my dogs, and so I'm gonna try and put them in every video because I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love dogs, and anytime a dog's in a video, it just makes the video better in my opinion. So yeah, all right, see you guys later.